What is up everybody, Scratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In this video I'm gonna showcase you probably the best champion to solo the Scarab King. Every difficulty, every level, every affinity. And yes, that's Urost, the Soul Cage, how you guys can see on the screen. Honestly, I find him being the most reliable champion in the entire game to deal with the Scarab King. You do get this champion from the hard mode in the Doom Tower, so it might take you a while till you put your hand on it if you haven't got the champion just yet, but honestly, it's worth it every single penny. I find him more reliable than an entire team when it's about the Scarab King, guys. I do want to take a couple of minutes out of the video and talk about Summoner's Glory and raise some awareness of the World Environment Day, guys. It's gonna be on 5th of June, so Saturday. I just want to raise some awareness regarding this issue, guys. You probably know how the planet is, so maybe just try to do something different on that day. Think about the planet more than you think about something else. But talking about this as well, guys, Summoner's Glory is actually hosting an in-game event regarding this to celebrate it. So World Environment Day Ecosystem Restoration 2021, all in for it, guys. So great to actually see that games are supporting this. Is a huge step up to see from it. So how you guys can see here, Summoner's Glory, a lot of you guys are familiar with the game probably, but noxious fumes from Morganthur's disciples threaten to disturb the balance of natures in Kyrisia. Goddess has asked for the help of mighty summoners once again. All who fulfill the ancient task and help Kyrisia's environment will be awarded both fame and riches. And that doesn't stand only in game, guys, stands all around the world with all of us. But this is a dope event. I really love the idea of what Summoner's Glory is doing in it, guys. For whoever is not familiar with Summoner's Glory, it's kind of like a MMO gacha sort of game. So it has a lot of similarities with Raid. You have characters, you build the champions, you give them gear, you farm for gear, you beat bosses to get that sweet, precious loot, how you would say. A lot of things actually changed in the game as well, guys. Tournaments, they added new sets of gear, a lot of events going on as well, so it's a lot of fun, honestly. And that's not all, we do have a creator code as well, guys, to help you get started with the booster pack. So I'm gonna leave it up on the screen. Use promo code SCRATCH when you create your character to get some freebies. Before we're gonna talk about the event, I want to point one thing out, because we have all this drama going on in Raid with the auto clickers and things like that. This is the only game and the first game I've played, guys, that has a battle assistant integrated in the game. So basically is an auto clicker that allows you to auto click everything in the game, and guess what, is for free. So Plarium, please learn and do the same thing in Raid. Make everybody equal on this department, make everybody have access to free unlimited battles, so we can end this subject once and for all. It's only fair to be like this, like in every other game. Moving over to the event, guys, probably a lot of you are familiar with the previous event we had like 1 month ago, World Environment Day. So it's gonna last for 5 days. It's gonna start tomorrow, 5th of June. You're gonna complete different events, different tasks to receive silver keys and gold keys. Log in as well, you'll be receiving some extra rewards as well, rather than just having tasks to do. Again, pretty much the same sort of rewards, guys. You're gonna get skill tomes, you're gonna get essence, you're gonna get books as well once you collect the keys to open the chest. So we're gonna have a few different packs as well, new packs to help you out if you're missing on some of the events, to get some extra keys in there. So we have Eco Protection 2, Eco Protection 3, Eco Serenity. That's kind of how the chests are called. And of course we have Nature Gift. But make sure you get involved, guys, either in game, either in IRL with the World Environments Day. And let's move over to Raid. And probably you are wondering, how come is Urost good for the boss, for the Scarab King? Because we haven't knocked down his shield, we haven't decreased the HP on him. His skill is clearly saying that it doesn't work against bosses. So how come is he good for this boss? Well, honestly, it all stands in poisons, guys. So that means that a lot of other champions can kind of do the job just with poisons, as long as you are able to keep them alive. Now, how you guys can see, we're at 4 minutes mark and the boss is almost dead. That's what I meant when I said that he's more reliable than entire teams, because my team before, a high resistance team with Siphi, Warlord, Valkyrie, was taking 6-7 minutes per run. So yeah, This champion alone on the boss is more reliable. Now, I'm gonna show it to you another time, and then we're gonna talk about the champion. So we're gonna use 2 nukers to deal with the waves. I have Ethos, Tranda, you can use Kendraphone, you can use whatever other nukers you have to help you go on the waves here, you know. I don't find like the champion needs insane gear, honestly. I have clanmates that are doing it with the champion not having the books on. I booked the champion for CVC, and only after I started using it in here, guys. I was already aware of it, that he can solo it, but I waited for the CVC to book him, and I got to make the video a bit too late after I booked him. But I'll show you different stats from other friends of mine that they are using this champion to solo the Scarab King. You might get a bit more intimidated to see my own stats, but honestly, you really don't need crazy stats. You need either to have an immortal set, either to have a regeneration set can work as well. Immortal sets are better because they do give you extra HP as well. He is a HP based champion, sorry. He has a pretty high base HP, so it's not going to be hard to get the right stats. It might have a bit of an issue with the accuracy resistance, because for the hard mode you do require pretty much a lot of accuracy and resistance, 300 plus. So resistance, he does have the aura as well, which is going to give you an extra benefit as well. But look, we are past 1 minute mark and we're already taking a quarter of his HP down, and the shield is still intact. So mainly all the damage comes from poisons, guys. He does apply poisons when he gets attacked, and he does increase the HP. Like if you look at his HP bar is actually huge. He's gonna stay almost on full HP all the way around. And why is he better than Vergis, for example? Well, Vergis, he's good. It does take longer with him. Gear requirements are a bit more harsh on Vergis than on him, and he's not gonna work on every single affinity. So whenever the Scarab is gonna rotate affinities, Vergis is not gonna be as good anymore. But this champion right here is Void, guys. So how I said, some of you guys might not have him just yet. Some of you will get him in the near future, or maybe in 2-3 months. But it's something to keep in mind with this champion, guys. Now, he does have a pretty badass kit overall, the champion. Strengthen, ally protection. You might be like, yeah, he's gonna be great for clan boss. He's gonna put so many poisons on the clan boss. That thing doesn't work as most of the people thought it will. He only applies 1 poison, so only when he gets hit specifically, not when champions under ally protection get hit. So if I would be to bring another champions with him in here for that ally protection and the Scarab King to hit them, he's not gonna land extra poisons for that. What you could do on the other hand is bring a Vergis in here with you. It's still not gonna make it faster, funny enough, because they're both getting turns, longer animations. But if you buff the champion more, the Scarab King is gonna hit more, so more poisons they're gonna drop on the Scarab King, making it a bit faster. Now, there is some dodgy trick, which I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is. I am looking in it at the moment, but I'll show you once the run is over. If you look at the global placements, there are people finishing this in 6 turns, in 10 turns, in 12 turns, and it sounds so unreal because I don't think they changed the way the turns get counted or work in the Doom Tower. They should be the same like in the rest of the game. So a turn is basically whenever one champion from my team takes a turn. So I don't see it how it's possible in 6 turns. It might be some trick to it that I'm not aware of, but I'm definitely gonna look into it because it kind of made me suspicious a bit, made me curious about it rather than suspicious, to say like this. So I'm really curious to see how is that happening. What's the mechanic behind it? Because it is a trick, how I said it, 100%. It's not something like, yeah, you just do that, you know. But look, 4 minutes, honestly, my team was not better than it. If I was running Lissandra team with Allure, Force Affinity, Weak Hits, it's gonna be a bit longer, a much higher fail rate, for example. So why would I do that when this champion can do it in 4 minutes? I'm actually super excited that I found this, that this champion can actually do it. And I can use this now, you know. I don't have to worry about different things when I'm farming this boss every day for 15 times to get these materials for the forge. We do have from this rotation, this is the best set in the entire game together with the Guardian set. So the Guardian set is better than this immunity because it's so unique. But these two sets are the best. So farming the Griffin and farming this right here. So how you guys can see, I've done it in 4 minutes, and best turns, I've got 76 turns. Now, if you look at ranking right here, global ranking. Actually, wait, we gotta go back on the Scarab, my bad. Best teams, right? So you see here, I have Pacus, 42 turns, Riven, 63, 64. Nothing really different in the teams. But then you look here, and again, it's really nothing different in the teams. They're just 2 different nukers. 10 turns, 11 turns, 6 turns. So something is super, super odd here. I'm not sure exactly what's the trick, but I'm really, really curious to find that out. Maybe some of you guys know. Do let me know in the comments down below. Probably by the time the video is posted, I already know what's happening with that. But I literally just saw it and I got curious, you know. But let's look at the champion, guys. So we have Urost, the Soul Cage. He does look pretty nice. This is supposed to be a champion for the Battle Pass Season 2 that got leaked out like, oh my god, 1 year ago, something like that. It's been such a long time since Battle Pass Season 2 got leaked and it got cancelled, guys. So, how you guys can see, I have him built on 3 immortal sets. He does have tons and tons of HP because I'm running HP Gauntlet, Resistance chest piece. We do have some HP substats here and there. I have an Accuracy Banner, HP substat, but I have 3 immortal sets. So that's a 45% HP from the sets, guys. Now, if you have such a big amount of HP like I have, 80k, you can drop 2 sets and give him a regeneration set if you feel like it's needed for the boss. Even though I don't feel like he'll have any problems. I don't have full crit rate. I don't have insane amount of defense. I do have decent amount of speed. Now, total stats, 80,000 HP, 1.5k attack, which doesn't matter, 2.6k defense, it kind of matters here and there a bit, 242 speed, 51 crit rate, 113 crit damage, 339 resistance, a bit of an overkill on resistance. I could probably drop 60 resistance without a problem, 311 accuracy. I already showed you these pieces, right? So let's move over to here. We have this one right here and this one. So all these are pieces that you get from Clan Boss. Brutal, Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare, lower tiers as well, to be able to fill up the sets, guys. This is the ring. I think I have a defense amulet on him and accuracy banner. Masteries, I went on offense and support 3. Now, if you have issues with resistance, if you have issues with accuracy, forget about offense 3. You can go on defense 3 and go either to tier 6 Unshakable, 50 extra resistance, or Eagle Eye, 50 extra accuracy. Probably you might want to go for accuracy, so like that, you have the aura from him as well, and you don't have to worry about that much. We're going to talk about the skills and that in a second as well. First, I just want to show you this. Masteries, probably I could get, instead of Spirit Haste, Master Hexer and decrease a bit the time. I'm pretty positive on that I'll be getting a faster time like that. Nothing too crazy on the champion, honestly. Now, talking about his skills, guys, and the rest. Undead Horde's legendary HP based champion. His A1, Jagged Knuckles. Attacks one enemy, places a shield buff on this champion equal to 10% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns. The shield's value increases by 1% for each poison debuff on the target. The more poisons, the bigger the shield as well. He does require 4 books in here, but it doesn't really give you an insane benefit by booking his A1. Moving over to the A2, Fetid Eruption. That's on a 3-turn cooldown fully booked. If no, it's gonna be on a 4-turn cooldown, and you're gonna have a lower chance of landing all these debuffs. Attacks all enemies. 100% chance to decrease the turn meter by 15% of enemies under 1 or more poison debuffs. Also, 100% chance to place decreased speed debuff for 2 turns on enemies under 2 or more poisons debuffs. Has a 100% chance to place a stun for 1 turn on enemies under 3 or more poison debuffs. Instantly activates this skill when this champion is revived by Ryan the Conjurer. That's the next epic champion we're gonna get from the Doom Tower, guys. So, decreased speed, stun, AoE, sounds pretty fun. and we need 6 books in here. Not mandatory for this skill. Honestly, I haven't even paid attention if he's actually using this skill. His A3, Soul Bounty. On a 3-turn cooldown, places a 25% strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns and a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Not booked is on a 5-turn cooldown. Again, this is not so important either. The only thing that's important, he's gonna get a strengthen, and the Scarab King is gonna hit him twice when he's buffed and have a chance to gain to land an extra poison. But that's about it. It's not an important buff to have to keep the champion alive. His passive, on the other hand, yeah, it would be better if you have it booked, because it are higher chances to land the poisons, and that means faster time to be the Scarab King. It doesn't mean you're not gonna be the Scarab King if you don't have it booked. It's just gonna be a bit slower. Call of the Cage. When attacked, has a 50% chance to place a 5% poison debuff on the attacker for 2 turns. Whenever an ally is attacked while under a strengthen buff, has a 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. Increases this champion's max HP by 5% whenever an enemy receives damage from a poison debuff placed by this champion. Whenever an enemy receives damage from a poison debuff placed by this champion, also decreases their max HP by 5%. Now, if this right here would work on the Scarab King, would be amazing, would be so much faster. Cannot decrease a single champion's max HP by more than 25% in one battle. Will not decrease boss's max HP. Cannot increase this champion's max HP by more than 50%. So, a pretty huge wall of text in here, guys. But you got the idea how it works. The poison is what kills the Scarab King. But if that damage taken from poisons will actually decrease the HP on the Scarab King, would be amazing. His aura increases ally resistance in all battles by 80. So a big aura as well, guys. Now, this video was only for the Scarab King on Urost. I'm gonna try him on a clan boss team in a different video. I do want to give it a go there. Now, this skill is what makes him good for the clan boss, and this one right here, the poison. But that's about it. He's not crazy on defense. He's pretty high on HP. So usually high HP based champions are not as great for clan boss. We're gonna check out his damage as well on the next video when we're gonna focus on Urost, guys. But that was all for this video. Do let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about the champion? How many of you guys are actually gonna build him specifically for the Scarab King? I think he's an awesome champion, does an amazing job for that. Definitely saves us a lot of time to farm the Scarab King, guys. I do appreciate all of you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated, and I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.